data.
Okay. Is that enough light? That's enough light.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any difference.
So is this your usual phone that you've always had?
Uh-huh.
Your note phone?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, let's begin. What's up, family? It's your boy King Obatunda, back again with another live. I'm here with Ray Kimbabazi. She wants to talk to you guys a little bit about something that we got going on. Well, as she has going on, she has an upcoming trip coming. It's a business trip for individuals who want to come to invest in Uganda, who want to come and invest in this country, invest in different things here. So I will allow you, without further ado, to go ahead and explain specifically what it is that you're doing and provide a little insight to my subscribers in case they themselves also want to come for this business trip.
Okay, thank you so much for hosting me.
Of course.
Hello everyone, my name is Ray Kimbabazi and my channel is called Connect with Uganda. We're going to link it in the description as well. So yes, just like I said, I'm going to tell you guys about this business trip because we do share almost the same kind of content.
Yes.
We also do have almost the same kind of subscribers, people who are interested in learning about Africa, are doing business in Africa, relocating to Africa. But the fact that we are in Uganda, it's the environment that we are very familiar with, so we can only talk a lot more about Uganda because it's what we do understand the best here. Yeah. So over the time, I mean, just like you get these questions all the time and very many requests, people are going to say, hi King Obutunda, I want to come to Uganda, start a business, I work here, I relocate here. How do I do it, you know?
I've actually had that many times, but I never had like an itinerary or something like that set up to where I can get many people involved at one time.
Yeah.
So it's actually good at what you're doing. I really appreciate that too.
Yes. So I thought, you know what? I always get these requests, so why not put up something together, an itinerary, create this trip, put together all these activities, so that if anyone is interested, then they can come and join and you can have a tour in Uganda that is basically business focused. It's completely a business trip and no luxury and no leisure. Maybe a little bit, but it's mainly business focused. So I'm going to explain you guys everything from the first day to the last day of what this trip is all about. So to begin with, it's going to run from the 23rd up to the 1st of November. It's going to be a 9-day trip, business trip in Uganda. It's basically going to be in two places, Kampala, which is central Uganda, which is still our capital city, and then another, we are also going to go to western Uganda as well in a place called Mbarara. But in central Uganda, we won't only look at Kampala, we're going to look at other districts as well because we're going to do one, we're going to be touring properties. They will be homes, apartments, condos, already finished properties. We're going to tour those. I'm partnering up with real estate companies, different of them. And then we're also going to be doing land tours. If people want to buy land, readily land available to be purchased, we're going to also be doing land tours both within Kampala and also outside Kampala, still within central Uganda and western Uganda as well. Because I would like to give whoever comes for the trip, I would like to give them different perspectives of what is available in Uganda, so that you're able to compare prices of properties in central Uganda, which is more modern, and then even western Uganda, which is less modern.
Like the village.
Yes, okay. Like a village. Because I know some people like to do agriculture, they like to do farming. Yeah. So if you want to buy 200 acres of land or 50 acres of land, then you want to get land that is very, very affordable. Okay. You maybe want to buy an acre for $1,000 or $2,000 if you want to buy huge chunks of land. So I know I always get those questions of people who are like, oh, we want affordable land, we want cheap land. So I'm trying to accommodate each and everyone. So I believe out of the 9 days, about 3 full days are all dedicated to property tours, land and houses. And then we are both within central Uganda and then western Uganda as well. And then in addition to that, we're also going to learn about the business environment. People ask about taxes, they ask about investment, they ask about how to get citizenship, how to get residence, how can I get my work permit. So we shall get out 1 full day and reserve it for a workshop at the hotel that we're going to be staying at, which is a very nice hotel. King Obutunda knows it.
Yeah, Sky's Hotel, man. It's so nice over there, you know?
It's a decent hotel. So spend a day there, learn about all these things that you may want to learn in about the business environment in Uganda, and I do have a lawyer on my team that I already work with, so she is going to be there as well to explain the legal stuff, because some of these questions you really can't exhaust them on the internet. When you're over there, we are over here, we can try as much as we can to answer, but sometimes if you're really serious with wanting maybe to buy land here, to relocate here, to start a business here, then you might want to take this trip, come here and see for yourself, experience for yourself, so that you know when the time comes to make a decision, then you're going to make a very informed decision because you've learned each and everything. And then in addition to that, we are also going to do a tour of local farmers, because I know Uganda is an agriculture-based country. 80% our economy is supported by agriculture. We are farmers, in the city we don't farm, but the rest of the country feeds everyone.
They do a little urban farming around.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
But just down here, there's a guy who has like 100 pigs.
Wow.
Literally, just right here at the lake.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
100 pigs, that's a lot, yeah. So it wouldn't be a business visit in Uganda without visiting some local farmers, just to experience, We are also going to visit at least a local manufacturer, someone who's producing products, doing value addition, but at a small scale, a local manufacturer, just to get the feel of the business environment in Uganda, still within central Uganda and western Uganda as well. So
that's what's up, man. You got this whole thing planned out.
Yeah, it's all planned out. I already have the itinerary. I already have gladly a few people who have shown interest just from watching my channel, who are willing to come. So I just need more people to come, and if they want to see Uganda, then this is the opportunity for you. And I'm also must that it's just the first one, so we still have enough time to plan a lot more and do more trips.
I have two questions for you about this itinerary. One question is, are you going to be picking people up from the airport? Because you got transportation, right? You're going to pick them up from the airport and then deliver them straight to where they got to go, correct?
Yes. So what I've done with this trip, one, we are aware that Uganda is in a lockdown, but much as we are in a lockdown, our tourism industry is open. Yes. So Entebbe Airport is open and we are allowing in visitors. Yes. So I'm partnering with a tour company to put this trip together. Yes. So they will provide everything, especially in terms of transport. So you will be picked from the from the airport and taken to the hotel, and we shall have transport on a daily basis, each and every day. So it's all arranged, just like you book a trip and go to maybe Paris and everything is arranged. It's the same thing. Everything is put together here. Even coming from the US, of course, depending on where different individuals are coming from, but people who are going to be coming from the US, they're all going to depart from the same place, because according to the reservation that I have with the airline, with the travel agent that I'm using, with the travel company that I'm using, would like everyone to depart from Atlanta International Airport on the same day at the same time, because we want everyone to arrive on the same day at the same time, and travel as a group. It becomes more easier and more organized, because if you come to Entebbe Airport, that's the airport in Uganda, and pick you up and then we take you to the hotel and have your dinner, then we don't want people to join us the following day. Preferably we want everyone, as long as they're coming from the US, to come on the same day. I just have one subscriber who's going to be coming from Germany, so maybe they can come either before or later, but we want everyone, as long as they're from the US, to come the same day. So that's how it's going to be. Then each and every day there is transport, there is food, of course 3 meals a day. So let me first continue the itinerary. So that's about it. Of course, we shall do those land and property tours, we shall do local farming, local manufacturer. It's basically business, and also learn about the business environment in Uganda. Then as we are in Western Uganda, we shall of course do the town tours in Kampala and all the cities that we are going to go to. We shall do the town tours as well, interact with the locals. And then we shall also do social gatherings, but this is going to be determined by COVID.
Okay, so you're basically trying to give people an idea of what business is like in the trading centers of Uganda?
Absolutely. Okay. Because if you come to Uganda, then you want to experience it. Yes. So they experience both life in Kampala and then both out of Kampala.
That's great. That's
I'm
awesome.
sure I know Mbara. He must have been to Mbara because he already traveled a lot. So we shall go to Mbara as well and spend 3 days in Mbara. Okay. Yeah. And then, yes, so when it comes to COVID, whether we are in a lockdown or not, tourism business is open.
Yes.
We are open, so the trip either way is going to happen. Because I'm working with a tourism company, it is authorized that tourists can actually come in Uganda and tour Uganda at the moment. So that's not a concern for me. Yeah, so maybe I believe I've talked about everything. Maybe we can talk about the cost of the trip.
Yes,
so
that was actually my
trip,
second question too.
Okay.
Is the cost, and do you require people to put a deposit down beforehand, or they have to pay up front?
Yes,
so you can explain that.
Yeah. So the cost of the trip is going to be $3,000 US. And on this $3,000, there is your ticket, your round trip ticket from the US to Uganda back to the US.
Okay.
And then there is, of course, 3 meals per day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then, of course, there is accommodation. I've already told you the hotels, and these are very nice, decent places because you have to be comfortable. There is a transport each and every day. There is also paying for all these different places that are going to be touring, all that that we have to work with to put this trip together. Everyone has to get paid, so that is included as well. And of course, other tour guides as well that I'm going to be paying. So everything is inclusive in the $3,000. Yeah, your meals, your transport, your accommodation, your daily transportation within Uganda, and your flight ticket.
Okay.
It's all within the $3,000.
What if people want to do like some fun stuff? That's basically on them to do if they have their own personal time.
Yes, so I must say that the way the itinerary is, we are going to be occupied the entire day.
Yes, this is a business trip. It's not really like a fun trip.
It's fun. It's going to be fun.
I mean, like you're not focusing on boat riding and going to safaris and stuff like that.
No, I'm not.
This is mainly for business.
Yes, it's mainly for business. Okay. Yes. So, I'm sorry, the question is to my head.
No, I only mentioned that. I apologize. I only mentioned that because I want people to understand that when you come here, you're not coming here to go see gorillas and things like that, unless you want to on your own time. You're basically coming here to invest and build your future.
Yes.
So that's why I was saying that basically.
Yes.
But the question was, do you require people to have put down deposits?
Yes.
And you already mentioned the price.
Yes. So the trip is going to be 23rd of October. So at least if someone wants to join the trip, at least I'm requiring them to pay half the money. That's the $1,500, so that I secure their ticket and send it to them.
Gotcha.
That is the first thing. I also make a deposit on the hotel. That's
Do you
the
have
first
deadlines for payments?
Yes. So if you are interested, you pay the booking fee immediately, and I reserve your spot. And this we are going to make a back deposit, so they have to make an international wire transfer. It has to be a wire transfer from their personal account to my bank account. Reason being, things like MoneyGram and Western Union are very expensive. They're going to charge very high fees.
Very high fees.
So it has to be an international wire transfer, which I believe you can do on your computer at home, on your laptop, or even on your phone. I believe you can do this.
But also, before we end this video, you're going to reintroduce that information again so people have an understanding that you have to have a wire transfer. And we're going to put out the details so you guys know exactly what to do, because it's a bank-to-bank transfer. So we're going to have the banks here, which banks you can transfer to, and all of that information. Yes,
I'm going to do that. I'm also going to, because I know people are going to want to ask more questions. Absolutely.
You put up comments too.
Yes, I know people are going to want to ask more questions. Yes, so we are going to answer them as well. Yes, but I'm still talking about, so it has to be a wire transfer, and then if someone is interested, make your first payment. I reserve the spot. I send you your ticket. That's the first thing to do, so that I know this person is going to join for the trip. Then at least by end of September, I would like to have all the payments in, so that I know that I have cleared all my service providers, at least by the end of September. So those are the requirements when it comes to paying. That's what is going to be done. What else can I talk about? Of course, if you guys have some questions, I make sure that you do ask the questions as well.
One person, Bantu Pulse. Bantu Pulse said, I want to buy land in Uganda, but not in the city because it's overcrowded. I want land where I can build my house and have a garden.
Absolutely, and that's what we are doing.
And you can provide that within these tours as well?
Yes, okay, so we are going to be touring land as well, but still on my channel, what I do offer, I help people to get land in Uganda. If people want to visit Uganda or start a business in Uganda, that's what I'm focusing on. Okay. So if you want to do it as an individual, you just reach out to me. We should have put a link to my channel. Maybe how should
I'm gonna drop a link and I'm gonna pin it to the first comment of once this video is over. I'm gonna pin it to the first comment in the comment section, so you guys have the link for numbers, websites if any, and any other additional information will be in there.
Yes.
Also, is this only in the United States? Are you only looking for diasporans in the United States, but it's anywhere?
Anyone, as long as you want to come to Uganda. Anyone, yes.
So I want that to be transparent. It's anyone who wants to come here.
Anyone who wants to come to Uganda.
Specifically for U.S. diasporans.
Yeah, anyone.
Okay.
So come to my channel. You'll find my email. There is a link to my website as well. And on my website, there is even just like a WhatsApp button. You can even just send me a WhatsApp. So it's very easy to get in touch with me. If you want to buy land, if you want to start agriculture, even if you just want to visit, I will help you visit, business, relocate to Uganda. I'm here to assist you. Yeah. And what else am I supposed to talk about? So if you guys have any questions, I just drop them in the comment section so that I can answer them.
Yeah, you guys drop them now. I'm reading some of these comments now.
But that's about the business trip. I
do want to mention one of the main reasons why I put this on my channel and why I asked Ray to come here today is because I have a lot of subscribers of mine who do reach out to me quite often about business. Unfortunately, because of the environment of things happening here and the direction of the content that I create, I tend not to focus so much on business, mainly because I don't want to provide misleading information to anyone. So now that I have an individual here who's specifically focusing on those things and who can give you the right information or can point you in the right direction to get that information is one of the main reasons why I had her come here today. So this will be the best time for any of you guys to ask up those questions about business, anything that you really have in your mind that you wanted to ask me before, wanted to ask her before, or any of that information. By the way, you guys can also reach out to her and me on our social media platforms. What's your email?
Yeah. So my email, it's info@connectwithuganda.com. Maybe I can just type it. That's my email address. info@connectwithuganda.com.
Someone's asking, do you provide condos? Does she offer condos?
Yes, everything. So whatever you need.
Well, she partners up with real estate companies. So these companies who have those kind of properties, you would actually be able to have access to that while you're on this trip. So if you don't want to buy land and build your own house, if you want something that's already made, these houses are available. If you want apartments, these apartments are available. If you want condos or flats, these things are available as well for purchase or for rent. So it depends on the company that she's going to be partnering with, but those are things that you will be informed on once you get on this trip. So that's actually a good question. I'm glad that you asked that question. I'm not sure who asked that, but I'm glad that you asked that question. And if you guys have any other questions like that, feel free to ask. Now is the time.
So guys, I've dropped a link to my YouTube channel, and also I've dropped an email. Send me an email. Go to my channel, you'll find my email as well. You'll find a link to my website. On my website, there is a WhatsApp button. You can just send me a WhatsApp, whatever you want. If you want to buy land in Uganda, if you want a cheaper land, it may be rural Uganda or central Uganda. Because I know people who want to do agriculture, they don't want expensive land.
Right.
Probably they just want to spend like maybe $1,500, for
like
an acre of land.
Acre or two or something like that.
And that land is there. It's available, so it depends on someone's needs.
By the way, this isn't just agricultural land too. I forgot. You can also buy residential land for commercial properties, something of that nature. So it's not always, just about farming. Though it's predominantly about farming because it's a farming country. Keep in mind we have those options available as well. So please don't be discouraged if you wanted to start a commercial business for something else that does not involve agriculture. You can do that. So it depends on your needs, it depends on your idea, because you might also not be sure. You might just have like a vivid idea, but once we do have a conversation, then I will share my thoughts with you, and then it can become a little bit clear for you. So that's about it, depending on what anyone needs. If you want a condo, if you want an apartment, if you want to buy land, I do have a lawyer on my team. Of course, I don't work alone. We work as a group, we work as a team to make all these things happen. So I'm just here to build a bridge between you, wherever you are, and coming to Uganda, because it's about finding the right person, finding someone that you can trust, finding someone whom they won't try to scam you, they won't try to lie to you. Your boy.
Because that's the biggest challenge that you might have here. It's just a matter of trust. So if you find someone you can trust, then everything is going to go smoothly. Yeah, so
You know me, like I don't like recommending somebody who's going to cheat y'all. And if I ever find out an individual that I recommended to you has cheated you, I will never deal with that person again. So don't ever believe in any way that we are trying to mislead you guys with information or get money out of you or something of that nature. We're trying to bridge gaps here. We're trying to connect people here to the motherland and things like that. So you guys got to have a open heart and an open mind as well when you come here, but also have an understanding that things are, we're trying to make things more transparent and make things more easier for you to transition. You understand? So just bear with us. This is the first one that we are doing, that she's doing. But in the future, if this one is successful, there's going to be a lot more to come. And I can guarantee that.
And I'm actually, okay, we've just had this conversation today, but actually the next trip we have to do it together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed. We're going to have another conversation because I didn't tell you guys this, but I've been looking into trying to get into creating itineraries like that for cultural tourism because I've been studying a lot of things here in Uganda, and you guys probably heard me talk about it a lot about cultural things here in Uganda. And cultural information is a very big part of my consecration. It's part of what I do. It's part of what I love. So with that being said, I'm trying to focus on bringing individuals out here who also share that passion, who also want to understand the culture and understand the history of things here in Uganda, as far as progression of Uganda and moving forward into Uganda, the lessons of Uganda. So basically, I want to focus on doing some cultural tours and traveling around different regions. I already do that now on my own, but I want to take people with me and also show them the things that I've seen myself, and show them some things that you probably wouldn't normally see on your tours because, I be out here all over the place. I be going to places that y'all probably wouldn't even go to on your little tour. So I also want to share those things with you. There's a lot more history, there's a lot more information than what's on the main itinerary. There's places I can take you to that may not be on the itinerary, but it does help provide information, cultural information. So that's something that I do want to focus on with you guys. But that's going to be something for next year. It's not really something I'm focusing on right now because I've already invested in other things that I'm trying to focus on now to build my business, to generate that capital for next year, basically. So you guys stay tuned and bear with us, because we got a lot of good things coming up. This COVID stuff hasn't really slowed us down. It only gave us more ideas to do, basically. We had a lot more time to work with.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, COVID is here. So we just have to work with it. Good enough, Uganda is still open. Much as there is a lockdown, you find a way of doing things around. Of course, the tourism industry is open. The government is aware they cannot shut that down. So
yes,
we'll still be able to do these tours and do these itineraries. And just like we've said, this is the first one, so we have to find a way to at least help people who are willing, to come here. Yeah. So I don't know if I have, maybe someone called Tony was asking if they bought a condo in Uganda, can they rent it out, when they travel? Absolutely. So if you buy your house in Uganda, it is yours, it's in your names, you own it. So meaning you can rent it out, I'll go back, do your business, and then always come back to it. Yes, so. A
lot of places also, they even allow sub-renting. So even if you don't buy it outright, you can rent it out for an entire year and then put your price on it, basically. So sub-renting is available here in Uganda. Actually, I know a lot of people who do that now. They don't do Airbnb. They just basically find properties around, cheap properties in certain areas. They'll buy it out for the entire year and then jack the price up, basically, and rent it out to other people. So, that's a good way to, create a little residual income. If that's something that you want to get into, you can definitely do it. That's available here right now.
And then someone called Bantu Pulse is asking that how cheap is it in rural areas? Honestly, land in rural areas can be as cheap as $1,000 for an acre of land. In a rural area that is away from the city, depending on what district you go to. So the more you move away from the urban center, whichever urban center it is, into the village, the cheaper the land becomes, But also bear in mind that if you are in the rural area, you might not have a stable supply of electricity, you might not have a stable supply of water as well. So it's indeed a rural area. You also have to be aware of that. But land can be as cheap as $1,000 for an acre. Those areas are there.
I will say this too. This is just my own opinion, my own superstition. You guys want to also be careful getting land in these rural areas too, because some people have ancestral land in these areas, and they might not live there, but if they find out somebody bought their land, they're going to come back and it's going to be an issue, So when you come out here, just dot all your I's and cross all your T's and make sure that This is your land. You got the land title, ready land title, or whatever land title is available, and you make sure you check with everyone around, even the LCs. You check with everyone basically that you can to make sure that no one else has claim to this land. Because I'm telling you, people be coming out the woodwork saying that this is their family land, it's been their land for 100 years or whatever. And,
Yes,
so just be careful with that.
So I'm going to explain about that because I have a video about how to buy land in Uganda on my channel. So
I watched that video too.
You watched it?
Yeah, it was a good video.
So there are different types of land in Uganda. What you're talking about is called customary land that is owned by a family, as an entire family. You find that the land came from my grandfather and then gave it to my dad and then passed on to the kids. So that's called customary land that is not registered under the government. And then we have Milo land, we have also lease land, and then we also have leasehold. Yes, leasehold.
Yeah.
And then we have what's the other? Freehold.
Freehold, yeah. Well, you explain.
So when you're buying land in Uganda, you have to make sure that the land gets a land title, and you have to go through the right procedure. So the right procedure is, first of all, find the land. I'm here to help you guys, so reach out to me. Tell me, hey Ray, I want to find some land in Uganda. Be like, oh, okay. When are you coming? Let's understand when you're coming to Uganda. So if you tell me these are my needs, then I know, okay, we can get for you land in Kampala, we can get for you land in Wakiso, we can get for you land in Nakaseke, depending on what your needs are. Also depending on how much you want to spend. Once you go and find that land, if it is in any area, the first thing to do is to do a background check.
Yes.
You have gone with a broker, you have seen the land, but you want to go back alone without the broker and see and verify. If you have told me this land belongs to so and so, Ugandans are very open people. You'll just start asking around.
Yes.
Ask anyone.
That's what
find
I do.
that LC.
Ask the neighbors.
Ask the neighbors. Find out. Make sure that what they have told you, that information sounds the same.
Also look on the land for permanent markers, permanent construction and things like that.
Yes. So if you feel the land is okay, if you feel comfortable with it, then you can go ahead, meet the owner, negotiate the price of the land. Once you negotiate the price of the land and come to an agreement, then you're going to bring in the surveyor to survey the land. At that point, you want to bring in the surveyor all the way from Kampala. You have to drive him, take him where the land is. If they tell you this land is 5 acres, you want to make sure that it's actually 5 acres, not 4.5.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you want to verify that with a surveyor. But if you once you come with a surveyor, also want to come with a lawyer, because the lawyer has to facilitate this process. You have to make sure that there is a lawyer involved. So have your lawyer as well. If you all come to an agreement about how the price of the land, the size of the land, and you feel comfortable to buy it, but before you buy it, they're going to give you this land title.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes they will say we already have a land title for this land.
Okay.
Sometimes if it's customary land, then it won't have a land title. So this is where the lawyer comes in. Because the lawyer is the one to double check for you the land title in Ministry of Lands, because all land titles come from Ministry of Lands.
Gotcha.
That work is, you have to have someone, especially the lawyer, to do for you that background check, to make sure, does it look right, does everything look right. That's why you have to need the lawyer, that's why you have to need they have to check in the system by the government. They have to check it to make sure everything looks right. So you have to work with people that you can trust, because sometimes if you run across people that you don't trust, I'm sure there's something called, when you buy air, it's called buying air, meaning you bought nothing. That happens sometimes. You can get scammed here. So you have to work with people that you can trust to verify for you all these background checks. Once everything looks legit, make the money transfer in the bank, let the lawyer facilitate the agreement, sign those documents, let the lawyer stamp it, and then once they have done that, they hand you the land title. Once they hand it to you, the lawyer takes it back to the Ministry of Lands. Now they change ownership. That's when they cross the name of the old owner and put the new name.
Okay.
At that point, after you've made the payments and all that, they take it back to the Ministry of Lands and then they put the new owner. They won't process a new land title for this specific type of land. It's the land title that is already existing. Assume this land already had a land title, and then they just cross the old owner and write the new owner on top.
Okay.
So that's about it when you're trying to buy land in Uganda. So it's a very delicate process, and you want to be sure that you have people that you can trust to assist you with it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yes.
Any
So
comments?
yes, let's read some comments. Someone says,
you guys like
the
this
visa
live
process?
as you guys are coming in too as well. Please like this live, give it a thumbs up as you come in if you enjoy what we're doing.
So the visa cost to Uganda is $50. An entry visa is $50 for 3 months. Yeah, $50.
And the East African is $100.
Yeah, which can take you to Uganda, Kenya, and Rwanda, I believe. Yeah.
I don't know why Tanzania is not a part of the East African visa.
I don't know. Yeah, but that's about it, guys. So I'll go to my channel. I'm going to. There is a link to my website. You'll find information about the business trip. Send me a WhatsApp, send me an email. Yeah, and let me give you more information, because I know most of you are going to have more questions about, like, how about this, how about this, how about this. Just reach out to me and I'll be able to answer all the questions, guys. Yeah, I don't know if there are any more questions.
I think that's about it. If you guys have any more questions for me, you know where to hit me up. You can just DM me right on Instagram at King Obatunda, or you can shoot me an email at kingobatunda@gmail.com, or just leave me a comment under this video, and I will be sure to check it out. For other than that, I think that's about it. This wraps up this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. You should stay tuned for more, because literally in a few days I'm flying out. I'm up out of here. I know I'm supposed to fly out before, actually, but I had a hiccup with my situation, so I pushed my dates back. But I'm actually flying out next week. I'm doing my code test in a few days. So with that being said, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe now. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this episode. Everyone else, y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. Peace.
Peace, guys. I thank you so much for watching, and yeah, next time.
Oh yeah, follow her on all her platforms, by the way. I always do that. I apologize.
Let's
Follow her on all her platforms. Check her out with Connect with Uganda, right?
Yeah.
Connect with Uganda.
Yes, connect with Uganda. Yeah.
And please check her out, because she has a lot of business information, a lot of good, helpful information that will benefit you guys in the long run if you guys are coming here to invest and do other types of business. So feel free to check Ray out at her channel and her other platforms as well. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Peace.
Bye, guys.